A very pleasant Christmas to you wherever you may be. This is how Vin Scully, the famed Dodger broadcaster who passed away earlier this year, would have said it. As a kid listening to Dodger games on my little radio in my bedroom, I appreciated his authenticity. I felt like he really meant it when he would welcome his listeners with those famous words, "A very pleasant afternoon to you wherever you may be." Well, I want you to know that it is with a heart full of love when I say to you, I wish you a Merry Christmas wherever you may be. You may find yourself overwhelmed by all that has to still get done, or maybe worried about your family getting along as they gather. Either way, the Prince of Peace is there for you, and may He touch your heart and your home, so maybe the anxiety that you're experiencing now won't rob the joy of Christmas from you. You may also have a heavy heart full of grief due to loss, or maybe a sense of rejection because of unmet expectations that you have concerning your friends or your family. If that is the case, may you find comfort in Emmanuel, God with us. Jesus can empathize with us. He knows what you're going through. He was despised and rejected by men. In fact, His own family spurned Him. He is your advocate. He is praying for you. We may not get the presents that we want this year for Christmas, but we do have the promise of His presence. You see, as we've studied through the Gospel of Matthew, we've seen that Jesus humbled Himself and entered this world as a baby. And then of all things, as we read today in our devotion, He was even known as a Nazarene. That was like the most despised city of the time. One of my kids was actually born in Simi Valley. And then we moved up here to the Antelope Valley 9 days later. And so she lived in Simi Valley for 9 days. And yet still to this day, if you ask her, what city are you from? She's gonna say Simi Valley. And maybe that's because she thinks that's a little better than being from the Antelope Valley. Well, wherever you were born, just remember that Jesus was the occupant of heaven. He was God, very God. And He humbled Himself and became a man and was born in Bethlehem and grew up in Nazareth. It just speaks of His humility, which communicates to us His love. He traveled a long way so that He could be our Savior and our Redeemer. And so I can say to you today, Merry Christmas, because I know that the God of the universe loves us, that He's present with us, that He indeed is Emmanuel. So let me just say to you again, a very pleasant Christmas to you wherever you may be. Merry Christmas.